I wanted to take a second to talk about Iceland. I was shocked and appalled to find out that they abort 85% of pregnancies where Down syndrome is detected. Through amniocentesis, there's a process where they can tell you, if it's likely, and then they can tell you, yes, for certainty, your child will have Downs or does have Downs. And it's at the state of pregnancy where you can still have an abortion. I was horrified to find this out. I was shocked, I was saddened, I was disgusted, because I find this to be an abhorrent practice. I would say it's the first steps towards genetic engineering, but it's infinitely worse than that. It's not even like we're trying to engineer the embryo. What we're doing is we're having a pregnancy. One would assume that you wanted to have, and then you find out that the child you're going to have in the wanted pregnancy has Down syndrome, and you abort. You terminate the pregnancy. I mean, what is wrong with you, Iceland? I mean, what is wrong with you people? I don't know where anyone watching this may fall on the abortion topic, be it pro-life or pro-choice or whatever, but that really isn't the case here. I would think that regardless of where you fell in that spectrum, full support, fully for, fully against, or whatever, that this would qualify as objectionable to anyone. Anyone. This isn't a rape case or situation of even an unwanted pregnancy or whatever. This is, we are pregnant, we have chosen to be pregnant and to create a life. But because that life is going to have Down syndrome, we no longer want it. That's not playing God, that's just being disgusting. And I don't, it's not my desire to be super harsh there, but Iceland just doesn't know what they don't know. I mean, when I found out my daughter was going to have Downs 20 years ago, I guess, yeah, you're scared. I was 21 years old. All these images and thoughts and ideas, creep into your mind because you've never really been exposed to someone with special needs. Therefore, you have the worst case scenarios going through your brain, and these ideas and thoughts because you're just not educated on it. You haven't exposed yourself. I would venture to say, if anybody's had any sort of regular contact with someone with Downs, they would not choose this path, choose this course of action. And the fact that, it has to be promoted on some level by the institutions there because people aren't just making this decision based solely on their own beliefs or thought processes, because they would think most like the rest of the world does. But the fact that it's 85% means it's being promoted on some level by the institutions carrying out this process, which I find just to be, I don't know if it's through the government or through the medical facilities or their doctors or whatnot, but this practice has to end. You guys have to stop it there in Iceland. These people with Downs, there's nothing wrong with them. Let me say that again. There's nothing wrong with them. If you are terminating pregnancy because you find out that child will have Downs, there's something wrong with you. The problem lies in you, not the child that's going to be born because it has Down syndrome. I don't even want to know where we would take if we could find other situations or scenarios where we could, genetically discover, things that we just don't like, and therefore, well, we'll try over. We'll try again. If you're trying to get pregnant, once you get pregnant, you're good, okay? We don't backpedal out of it. You know, you don't backtrack. Go, there's no buyer's remorse in this situation. And once again, I'm not debating abortion. I'm not debating it because that's a completely different topic of wanting the pregnancy, not wanting the pregnancy, morals, faith, right, wrong, what stage, and things like that. I'm not even heading down that path. What I'm saying is we are terminating pregnancies based solely on the fact that this child will have Down syndrome. Like I said, that's unacceptable. There needs to be a bigger cry for this. There needs to be a bigger outpouring of information and people saying, listen, this isn't something that should be occurring. This shouldn't be happening. Like I said, I just recently found out about it. So I would imagine there are so many out there that have no idea. But Iceland, it's time to get your act together. And join decent society. Come back to civilization and not this barbaric practice. And we hear terms like that, but this literally is barbarism. It's one of the worst things I've heard lately. So I wanted to share my thoughts on this, and hopefully others will do the same by either sharing this or getting the word out in some form or fashion, and we can really make a change. Thank you.